Yo, what's up, guys? It's the L7C bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel video. You know how we do. We hop into these games, we see who we're playing against, and then we go from there. Doing the rock, paper, scissors right now. Well, we both went paper, paper. Now rock, rock. He wins, so he gets to decide if he's going first or second. Playing a 55 card deck. 50 something card deck, which is always cool to see. So he sets a card, sets two cards, plays Fiend Sanctuary. Shout out to Fiend Sanctuary Battle City Arc. It's going to be the card to beat Raw that Kaiba found. Wish it was a quick play. That would have made it amazing. Draw my card. I have a pretty good hand. Like, I have a really good hand. But I get Trickstar Reincarnation, which is absolutely terrible. And this card is so underrated now. But this card sucks. I mean, you banish your opponent's entire hand and they get to draw the same number of cards. So what I do here is that I Soul Servant, and I get to at least put the card I want at the top. So I do a Magician Soul. But I just lose 5 good cards, and then I draw into my next hand, and it's not the same at all. So that really, really sucks. So we get to activate Tenny Spirit's effect to special summon him because there's no effect monsters. Then I'm going to go into Magician Soul, and I was like, alright, it's not too bad. I liked my first hand actually better though. So then I'm going to send Dark Magician to the grave so that I could special summon him. And then I do that, special summon Dark Magician, waiting for my opponent. And then I get Bottomless, and I'm like, oh, this is really bad. This is bad. So I get Trickstar Reincarnation, and I get Bottomless Trap Hold. And I don't have any cards to bring Banish cards back. So Dark Magician is out for this game. So then we go switch to the Blue Eyes. So then we special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Obviously, if you attack a Fiend Sanctuary token, you take the damage. But if they leave it, they have to pay 1,000. I just want to get it actually out of the way. So I summon Twin Burst. And I just attack it. I just want it out of the way. And then I end my turn. So we're already knowing that this is going to be a very grimy game. If our opponent's playing Bottomless and Trickstar Reincarnations, we know that this one is going to suck. So he doesn't draw anything, and we just draw Dark Magic Attack, which we can't use because we have no Dark Magician. So we attack directly with Blue Eyes White Dragon end turn. So we're going to have a grimy game. We're going to have an old school, grinded out type game. And then he drops the Mystic Mine end turn. So now I am really SOL right now with Mystic Mine. Because, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, they can't attack. They can't activate their monster effects. So we just we don't even set Wabaku. We just end. Plays Pot of Inquisitance. And shuffles my cards. I was like, oh, I'll put the Dark Magician back in there. That would have been great. But he does not. Sets a card. I still can't attack. Can't activate my effects. Draw another Fusion Deployment, which is cool. I don't know why I clicked Battle. I thought when I had to reread it again that it's not cards, it's monsters. He controls 0 monsters, and I control 2 monsters. So I'm gonna set and end. And then he draws again. I mean, I think he's actually gonna try and deck it out for me too, because I have no way to get rid of Mystic Mine right now. He has 46 cards in deck. I have 41 right now, so he's really gonna try and grimy it up and grind it out. Plays Photon Sanctuary, so he gets the 2 Photon tokens. So I'm like, okay. So now he has 2 monsters on the field. So but then he tributes them. And I'm like, oh, out of all the freaking things. Now I can't special summon monsters. And I can't attack. We're kind of locked out right now. So you can't special summon monsters. I can't attack right now. I can't activate monster effects. Yeah, we're looking over like, we can't. Yeah, we're trying to attack, but we can't. Go to main phase 2. Just set the imperm and end turn. And if this was like a match, it wouldn't be too bad because then I know this is how we play and I'd sign in the appropriate cards for that. But since these are just one-offs, you never know what you're going to run into, so you always got to be prepared for everything. We draw the Crackdown. and we don't even set it. We just end turn. We're looking at our banished. If we had Dark Magician back, this would be actually easy peasy lemon squeeze. Draw Prisma, which isn't bad, but we're just ending turn. We're gonna try and grind it and see if we can draw something that could help us. I know this guy's probably like, why haven't you scooped yet? But that's not how we do things on this channel. Draw a Dark Magician Girl. And we're thinking about activating the Imperm, but there'd be no point. And we misplay. We activate the Imperm so that we can... so that we could special summon monsters. And we think we can battle, but that's not how it is. So we just tribute for Tenny for the Dark Magician Girl. And that, we still think we can battle. But again, Mystic Mind is monsters, not cards. Because technically he controls 4 cards, and I control 3. And I keep rereading that in the moment. I'm like, it's monsters. I was like, damn, I just misplayed there. Honestly, if we would have set the crackdown and probably took it, it would have been would have been better. Yeah, if we would have just taken his monster, but it is what it is at this point. And now we're just going to grind again. Seeing what he does. Seeing how he's going to win. If he's trying to get Exodia or he's just waiting for me to quit. I thought that was the play, that he's just waiting for me to quit. But then we see the banishing. And he summons Eater of Millions. And Eater of Millions is actually a very annoying card. Because when he attacks, your card gets banished. So I'm like, do I want to keep... And here I was like, do I want to keep the Twin Burst or not? Because he's obviously attacking the Twin Burst. And I'm deciding, because Twin Burst is one of my better monsters. So we're trying to decide if we want to keep him or not. And I do believe that I actually is like, I want to keep Twin Burst. So we're going to crack down your Eater of Millions. And to be honest, looking back now, we shouldn't have cracked down Eater of Millions. We probably should have cracked down Majesty Fiend. But it is what it is at this point. You can't use it for anything. So we're going to do Faithful Servant. We're going to stack. And we're looking at what we can do here to get the thing. And we go Magician of Dark Illusion, because Magician of Dark Illusion counts as a Dark Magician on the field. So we activate 1, and then we draw the Magician of Dark Illusion. We summon. We can't tribute the Eater of Millions. That's why I said we wish we should have just tributed. We should have took the Vanity. So then we do Magician of Dark Illusion, which is cool. And then we do Dark Magic Attack, so we get rid of the Mystic Mind. It was another bottomless. He should have. So then we set. And then we try to do Fusion Deployment, but we can't because we can't special summon. That's why we should have took that monster instead of Eater of Millions. So that happened there. So it's fine. It's fine. And then he plays another Mystic Mind. So we did all that work to get rid of one Mystic Mind, and then he had another one in the pipeline. So that really does suck, but it is what it is. And then he just ends. So I think if we want to activate anything, we just activate Eternal Soul to make us unaffected. So now the thing is to get over that Vanity, and the only way we could do that with the field we have now is if we draw a Magician of Apprentice Illusion Magician. So we're looking at our grave, and we're like, I think we could dump Eater of Millions. We put to defense mode. No, we do not. We just end turn. We're just going to draw into this deck, and we're going to see what we can do. So then he has, just two. Then he summons that monster, who I've never seen before, but it negates continuous traps as soon as it's on the field. We had to look him up. Silent Insect. And I was just like, okay. When it's normal summon, just negate the traps. So this is problematic right now. And then he just ends. So then obviously we're going to have to attack that Silent Insect because we need our Eternal Soul. We need our Eternal Soul active. Still can't activate Fusion Deployment, which we could add some Blue Eyes out here. We got the Wabaku. We're reading Eater of Millions, seeing if it can get destroyed. If this card battles an opponent's monster, banish it instead. So we go into battle phase. We just attack. Ask if we want to activate anything now. So then we get the Eater of Millions back on our side. And we get our Eternal Soul back active, which is cool. Then we just end turn. And then he is drawing. Like, this is just a grimy game. You do not see these types of games anymore, because anyone would have saw Mystic Mind, they would have just scooped. So, end turn. But I'm trying to figure out, like, we draw Circle, which is cool. We activate Circle so we could actually see what's on the top. We don't get the things we need. Even if we get Rod, we won't be able to use this effect because of Mystic Mind. So that's the problem here. What we could have done, honestly, but we didn't want to lose him, we could have just crashed and been down to one monster apiece. But I just did not want to do that. Maybe if I would have done that, the game would have changed. But now he is... And we're still trying to see how he's going to win. Like, that's the thing, too. We're trying to figure out, is he really just trying to deck me out? Or is he trying to get an Exodia or something like that? Like, we're still trying to figure that out. So, we're just going to play it out and see what this guy knows. I mean, this guy has significantly the advantage. We draw Rod, and then we realize that we can't even use Rod's effect. Yeah, we can't even use Rod's effect. We were just like, gosh darn it, we forgot about the Mystic Mind. Come on. And then we go into bat. Nope, we just end. If we could get rid of the Vanity, we can do things, but we can't even attack. And then he plays Macrocosmos, which... that now anything that goes to the grave is banished. So we're like, okay. So we got Mystic Mind, Macrocosmos, Vanity. So anything goes to the grave is banished. We can't activate our effects or attack. And we can't special summon monsters. This guy really has a tight grip on us. Not gonna lie. This is not looking good at all for us out here. So Let's figure out. We just end turn. We're down to 29 cards, so we're flying, and he is down to 34 cards. So we're really gonna have to push in. You gotta figure something out. We're trying to get that Apprentice, because once we get the Apprentice, we're gonna attack right into him, so we gain the extra 2K. But it's just showing things. I mean, this is what happens when you play one-off games. You have no idea what your opponent's using, like I said, and I mean, if I was going to be cautious of a bottomless, I would not have summoned Dark Magician like that. And that he ran more than one Mystic Mind, because they are, I believe, unlimited. Because he ran 2. So, and he also had the one enhanced. But I'm trying to figure out, how is he going to beat me? Like, 29 cards to 34, okay. Now we see all these cards getting banished. So we're like, alright, who's coming out? Another Eater of Millions with 2K attack. We're like, okay. Okay. Then he summons the Grand Maju. Then we're like, okay, this is the win condition. Grimy deck, Grand Maju, 8K kill for game. That is the win condition. Perfect. So then we do Wabaku. So he is not winning this turn. So we're like, alright, now we know the win condition. And an 8K Grand Maju. So he attacks that Eater of Millions, which is fine. I didn't want it anyway. So, a grimy. I love it. So then we got 84K, 21, 25 to our 25 defense, 1600. We still can't special summon. We honestly... The problem is, we could tribute for Blue Eyes, attack Vanity, then be able to special summon. But then we draw the 2 cards. But then it's like we don't have much. We attack the Vanity, 2K special summon. It really does nothing at this point in time. We can activate monster effects though right now. So we're gonna do Rod. Do Rod's effect. We're gonna get Destined Rivals. And we're just gonna try and survive. That's the best we can do right now, trying to survive. So we set Destin, and then I think we end turn. Because we still can't. We go battle. Oh, we actually attack the Manju. I mean, not the Manju, Eater of Millions. So we can get the Magician Rod off the field. So we lose and he gets banished. If he was smart, I don't know if that's an effect that activates. If he was smart, he would have left. My monster is going to die anyway. But he could have just left that out there. So now we're staring down 3 monsters. It's not looking too hot. He has 3,100 life points. I have 45. We're trying to see how the heck we are getting out of this. It doesn't look too good. Then he plays Photon Sanctuary. So we're waiting to see what it is. It's crazy. Your opponent can't special summon, but you could special summon. That's how you lock him out of the game. Like, this guy is playing a grimy deck. And he summons another one. So this is problematic. This is very problematic. It's a good thing my defense is 2,500. So he can't just run me over. And his Grand Manchu's at 8,800. So we're trying to do math and calculate, just like in the show, like how you're going to survive this blast. Attached to the Grand Manju. We knew we had to go that one first. So we activate our Destined Rivals. So then all the effects are negated. Boom. So he loses 25. And his Eater of Millions is at 0. So here's the thing with Destined Rivals, because their effects come back at the end of the turn. If Destined Rivals effect permanently kept them negated, this would have been game. Because I would have flipped to attack mode and attack. But since they don't keep them permanently negated, that's why some people were iffy about the Destined. So there's really nothing else I can do right now except just set monsters and pass. Because that's it. Yeah, because he still has to attack with a Grand Manju to my fake Dark Magician. We're thinking, like, if we summon, is there anything we can do? If that fake Dark Magician counted as Dark Magician in the grave, that would have been phenomenal. Because then I would have just brought it back, circle, banish. But since it doesn't count as Dark Magician in the grave, only on the field, it really limits the card. And hence why a lot of people have gone away from it and just run 3 Magician Souls. But yeah, it's like, if we had more defense, that would have been game. But unfortunately, I think this is it. And I actually like this game. Even though I'm going to, there's nothing I can really do. Even though I'm going to take the loss in this one. This was a very grimy game. You don't see these type of games often. Probably the grimiest game you're going to probably see in 2021. Having a 18, almost 20-minute game against a Mystic Mind player and surviving this long. So, and then I type in there, I think I type in GG because it was a good game. Like, there's some good thinking throughout this game. And I believe he says GG back. Yeah, it was a good game, but man, grimiest Yu-Gi-Oh game you will see in 2021.